Hello everyone, Sunset2 and welcome to another mod overview, this time on Nether Else's, a mod that adds pretty much the 1.16 features as well as some of its own. Now the way it actually puts these features from the mod into the Nether is not exactly the main Nether, it is a completely different dimension that acts like the Nether. So similar to, I think it was Nether Plus also had it where the Nether was a different Nether dimension rather than the actual main Nether, which I think is in some ways a good idea, because that way it doesn't complicate things, but yeah, it is just a thing that this mod does based on what sort of things it uses. So yeah, you can see obviously a ton of features here. We'll try and go over each thing as if it is all new and we haven't even covered 1.16 before. So it adds in obviously most of the current stuff that's up to date for the 1.16 equivalent features, from obviously most of the typical Nether stuff to certain other things such as the gold ore more recently, and it adds obviously the equivalent, its own sort of stuff like black quartz, rose quartz and so on. Let's go through, I guess, some of the blocks first. So you've got rose quartz, which you can find the ore of in the world, in the dimension, as well as obviously make it into a block form, as well as make a pillar, stairs, slabs, as well as also smooth versions of those as well. As you can see, the smooth ones here and the regular here. You've got the blue nether brick. Let's go here. So you can make blue nether bricks with a nether brick and blue nether warts, which I'm assuming you can also find in the dimension, as well as obviously make them into blue versions of that, like so. So you can make walls, fences, stairs, and slabs, as well as the, I think, regular block as well, which I forgot to put in the world. There's also red variations, or as far as I can tell, a red brick fence, red nether brick fence. So yeah, I don't know if that's just on its own yet, and there isn't much else accompanying it. There isn't any other sort of recipe I can find, or components that seem to fit it, but it exists, so there you go. You've got the black quartz, which is this here, from that ore. And you can see that it pretty much has the same options as the rose and the regular quartz for smelting and crafting, and using for whatever decorative means you can think of. Other than that, for the two additional ores, I can't find what the other one is, we obviously have the pumpkin, or solar lantern, like so, with a soulfire torch, using either soul soil, actually no, soul soil, you can't use soul sand. And you also make some lanterns with that as well. I'll actually see if we can hang this also, which I think we might be able to, if I have, let's get some slabs for example. That's where I want it to be. Nope, doesn't want to do that apparently. So I can't put that on the higher point, interesting. So that's something of note, slabs. And we can hang it, good to know. And it seems like the crimson nylium was removed from the netherite. Well, turned into netherite, I mean. Otherwise though, we have a few other blocks that I'm not too sure on. Obviously you can see it's part of the nether reactor, so I'm assuming you can only get these from activating one. So you've got glowing obsidian, you've actually got the Nether Reactor Core itself, which you'll want to use as the dimensional gate, or your portal equivalent. So pretty much make it like so, and then make the following formation. So you want gold blocks on cobble on the bottom layer, cobble and the Nether Reactor Core in the middle, and cobblestone on the top. You can see how I've got it laid out here. The glowing obsidian is pretty much the cobblestone, and the gold blocks are still there, and the nether reactor has been activated. So you just pretty much right click it to activate the dimension, as well as right clicking on it to actually activate it. So actually create this because why not? So we'll get... we don't really need to do that. We'll just get following here, like so. So we'll get some gold here, here, and here. Get some cobble here, here, and here. Put cobble on the sides. One there, just so we can get it in place. And then we're good to go. And then we can right click and it will do that. I don't know if breaking it really makes much difference, or having two of them will pretty much lead us probably to the same one that does, but either way we'll find out a bit later. Otherwise though, we have some smooth obsidian, which allows you to make a smooth version of it, and you just get that by smelting. So it's another decorative block. It doesn't have any stairs or slabs or fences or walls though. You've got a wither bone, which you can use wither bone meal for, or you can use for wither bone blocks, and you can use them for decoration. You can't actually craft them anyways, so you're just cheating it in via creative, which will actually see how much of a difference this makes to crops, or if it only works on nether warts or so, or converts a regular nether wart to a blue one, or grows the fungi. Otherwise, we have, let's see, slabs, woods, crimson planks, those are kind of next. Crying obsidian, which is made like so, which I don't think it has its actual use yet. It is just decoration at the moment. I don't think it's for setting spawn points. Let's see. We can interact with that like so. We actually save our inventory here. I'm assuming it's not going to change anything that way either. Because I think you just place it and it works. In older versions at least. It doesn't have that type of functionality. Otherwise, we have campfires. So we have a nylium, crimson one, sorry, and a warped one, which you can make with the hyphae or so, I think that's how you say it, and a few other resources. The crimson one you can't apparently make yet, but either way, you've got some campfire options if you want. I think you can actually break these without the need of a shovel, or, sorry, the ability to break these but without the need to make it again. You just break it and replace it. Okay, maybe not. Maybe that was in the old version that I was testing prior, but not in this updated version I have. Possibly. Otherwise, we have netherite, which you can get obviously in the dimension, and you just need some netherite scrap from some ancient debris, which I think is still fairly rare in this version compared to 1.6 as well. So you'll need the typical recipe, you're not having any different ones like other mods or data packs. And then you just pretty much have the ingot and a diamond tool that I'm assuming doesn't have durability used up to then convert it to the other version. There is also some netherite horse armor, which you can make, but I'd actually refrain from doing this as I've tried putting it on the horse and it does not work. So it's just an item that you can craft or look at, but it doesn't actually change anything. So I definitely hold off using it, just in case, until it's actually implemented. Otherwise though, we'll stick with netherite in terms of the tools. The netherite hoe doesn't use up durability, so it's infinite at the moment, so that's useful. But otherwise the other tools and armor have durability, and you can see like so they have 2000 and a lot higher than diamonds, so I'm pretty sure instead of it being 8 in 1.16, it's now 10 for the sword, and obviously 1 higher, or 10 instead of 9 for the axe, unless I think the axe is supposed to be 10 instead of 9, I don't remember. But it'll show off the harvesting speed of these so you can get an idea, and it should be above diamond tier, obviously, as you can tell by the recipes. So just get some of the other ores. I typically spawn in for testing this stuff. And we get some emerald. We do have some obsidian here that I left over from a different mod test. So you can see how fast that mines. We'll also cover the other ores as well. And we'll also find out the actual sort of locations or vein sizes and heights that they spawn in. Because I don't know if they're very particular on biomes or not. I haven't looked into the new 1.16 snapshots forum yet, so I don't know. So you can see mine obsidian, a bunch of other stuff. Other than that, obviously the armor has the following: protection and durability stats. The axe I haven't covered too much yet, so we'll cover that. And you can see how fast that is. Let's place those back, because I don't want to ruin the tree just yet. Okay. Should get more of that just in case.